Here's another live action remake. Let's talk about Lilo and Stitch. I think a lot of us are tired of the live action remakes, but at the same time, these movies do make a ton of money, and so they're going to be churning these out for years to come. For every like 4 to 5 mediocre to bad remakes, we always get like one decent one or a really good one, like Aladdin or The Jungle Book or Cruella. But a lot of the times we just get mediocre stuff like Beauty and the Beast or the Snow White film. And Lilo and Stitch is no different. It's probably along that same line of like low middle tier kind of quality. I don't think it's a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either, especially if you compare it 1-to-1 to the original film. A lot of the times what I like to do is take these live action movies on their own merits. They do try to change it up a bit and make it their own. And that's what Lilo and Stitch does here. And what I did enjoy about the film is the relationship between Lilo and Stitch. I think that was done really well. The little girl that plays Lilo, I think she is fantastic. She's acting opposite of a CGI Stitch character. And she does a wonderful job of being cute, endearing, and funny at the same time. I think some of the visual effects are really good, especially the work that they do on Stitch himself. The rest of the film does look really good, but there are some moments where the CGI or even the actors kind of don't always work. The stuff that doesn't have to do with Lilo and Stitch is not very interesting, and the change-ups that they made felt unnecessary in a way that they were trying to keep the same key scenes in the movie, but not delivering us on those expectations or those moments being earned. They throw around Ohana so casually in this film where it doesn't hit when like the really emotional stuff happens. And that was like one of the key moments of the original Lilo and Stitch is the moments of Ohana. And when they're explaining it or when they're saying it, it really gets you in your hearts. One thing I really did not enjoy in this movie is the relationship between Lilo and Nani. It felt very one-sided. I felt like Lilo herself was adoring Nani, but Nani was kind of shrugging Lilo off and not giving her the attention, and not trying to make it seem like to try to make things work. And I get it, like in the grand scheme of things, in a realistic world, 18, 19-year-old girl is going to have struggles trying to raise a 6-year-old girl who is supposed to be her sister, but becoming a parental figure to them. But at the same time, she's the only thing that she has, and you would think they would try to make it work, and she would try her darndest. And a lot of the emotional scenes that happen between Lilo and Nani are given to some other characters to the point where when they have their emotional moments, it doesn't feel truly earned. There are some interesting changes that they do make that I did enjoy. There are like some humor moments. There's some things that they did towards the end that I did enjoy. The finale kind of left me questioning. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know if I like it or not. I mostly don't, I think. But then they like change up the characters, and then you're like, why couldn't this been the whole, like, why couldn't they just do this from the beginning? It just seems so unnecessary to the extent of like this whole movie could have been avoided if they had like a better drawn out conversation. It just kind of loses the point and the essence of what made Lilo and Stitch great about finding your family, finding your home, finding your place, loving each other for all your faults, giving yourself second chances, and trying to preserve your little Ohana as best as you can with the tools that you have. And I do think that this movie does miss its point on that aspect. It is a little fun romp, like there are some enjoyable moments, like I've said, but I do think it fails in the sense of the other stuff around it, and especially the family dynamic aspect. It's a decent watch for younger kids. I just don't think people who actually really enjoy the original Lilo and Stitch are going to find a lot to love about this one.